right, we are live. Welcome, everybody. I'm Eric with the Portland Sessions, and you're tuned into another At Home Live. Thanks for being here. As you can see, right over here, lit by candlelight, we have Katie Malco. How's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing awesome. Thanks for taking the time to be here.
No problem. Thank
Now,
you.
you're no stranger to kind of doing some of these different live streams, and you're putting out a lot of different kind of videos. So what has it been kind of like connecting with fans in this very random and unique way?
Um, I'll be honest. I think I'll probably prefer in real life, but it's been a new way of navigating, like releasing a record, I guess, and
Yeah.
um, I've learned a lot through it. So I've definitely forgotten how to talk to audiences, seeing as they're just like behind a screen now, and
Yeah.
there's no sort of interaction whatsoever. But I've forgotten how to talk to people in general because I'm just
Well, that's
on
why
my
this is nice. We can have an actual kind of interaction and
exactly.
some human contact during all this. So talking about the record, so June 5th is when the album came out, Failures. So it's been just over a month, and you did an amazing series where you basically did a video kind of breakdown of every song, and I thought that was just a super rad way to kind of introduce the record, introduce different songs, go a little bit more of a deep dive into that. So talk about, what, I guess maybe why you decided to do that, and then what it's been like kind of putting out a record, putting out singles and all that kind of stuff during this.
I decided to do that because I thought that people don't really want to read a hefty load of text about what something's about, and actually in this like current climate, it's nice to almost feel like having a conversation about it, I think.
Yeah.
So that's why I started recording those, but it's hard to watch them for me because I don't really love like watching myself chat about this stuff
Yeah.
on a film, but I think it was like a better way of getting across what the album means to me and stuff. So I'm glad that you said that because it took me ages. And then what was the other thing you asked me? Sorry, you said.
Oh, just putting out a record during this time. I mean, obviously you put out a record on June 5th, so we're right in the middle of a lot of various things going on around the world.
Yeah, exactly. And like honestly, I think we thought about pushing it back when the lockdown thing was announced, and then we were like, well, everyone's going to push back their record, and do you know what? It's going to be really depressing because there's going to be no new music, and that just sounded really rubbish to me. So I decided to plow ahead, and because we'd already announced it, and I'd been sitting on it for a little while, and it was like time. It felt like time to get it out, and then obviously the week we released it, sort of everything with what happened in the wake of George Floyd dying kind of came to a head, and you know what? Like life happens, and we weren't in a position to move it at that point because it was a week in. It was the sort of same week it was coming out, and it was like, well, that's more important. It's just a record, like, do you know what I mean? And I'm not going to wait till it all goes back to normal because nothing should go back to normal.
Yeah.
This is how it's, you know what I mean? So again, it was like, well, I'm just going to have to do the best that I can do, and that's all I can ever do anyway. So
and putting out, I mean, like you said, I mean, it's not the best time from a record if you can't tour behind and do those things, but at the same time, getting new music out to people that are stuck at home and have, not a lot going on. So being able to kind of have that undivided attention to put out a record for people to listen to, I think would help as well. And then obviously this whole live streaming and the new norm of trying to do shows and types of things is kind of taking over what we would normally do for that. And so you have your Bandcamp, which has availability right there to stream, to download. You have your shirts up there, and then at 6131 Records, you can also head over there. Again, links. I don't know where to put my finger. Yeah, right there to download that and get the vinyl. Now you still have most of the vinyl. I think is sold out on the Bandcamp, but on Rough Trade, on 6131, and some other spots, and all local record stores, if they're open in your area and you can get down there to support your independent record stores, you still have vinyl and some CDs and stuff available to purchase there as well, correct?
Yeah, so if you're in the States, then you can get it from 6.31 Records, and if you're in the UK, you can get it from an independent store, or Rough Trade and Banquet and Resident and places like that.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's
Cool.
just me that doesn't have any.
And I should also mention it's daylight behind me here in Portland, Oregon. It's a little bit later for you there around the UK, so I apologize that we're doing an 11 o'clock at night set. We'll keep it quiet for all neighbors that are around to make sure that everybody's happy. And with that, I'm going to slide out of the way and give it over to Katie.
Thank you. Cheers. Yeah, I might have to try and not do my loudest. Do my Tina Turner impression. I've been thinking about it constantly. What shape in the earth that I'll leave? It's been terrifying me, imagining how I could cease to be. I got up again while you were asleep. Step over the floorboards that creak. I've known each one of them since I was 19. I'll keep it up for a while, but we both know I've been here a million times. Something changed again. Now there's no going back. I've been learning head to toe back. I can only say it when I sing. I drank away my 20s and never felt a thing. I was disconnected from it all, surrounded by good people, but always alone. I got up again while you were asleep. Paced the hall again. I know it's coming for me. So I got up again while you were asleep. Pace the hall again. I know what's coming for me. Thank you. I feel like I've lost some notes since I've been in lockdown, since I live on my own and don't have anyone to chat to. This next song is on the album that we were just talking about, and it's usually on the piano. I do have a piano right behind me, but wrong way. It just might be a bit too loud for my neighbour downstairs. Her name's Debbie, and she terrifies me. And she goes to bed very early because she's slightly older. So I'm going to attempt to play it on the guitar anyway, but it's a song called Peckham, about the time I lived in Peckham in London. Wake up with a headache again, calling whether you don't say anything. Go downstairs, I can barely walk, holding onto a thing. Sense of worth, there's empty bottles all over the floor from when I felt alone the night before, but I can't tell you. No, I don't wanna tell you. I'm empty, I am a person, not in control of any of this. I'm falling backwards, I can't say why the words always dissolve into lies, and I can't tell you. I don't wanna tell you. I can't tell you. I don't wanna tell you. Wake up with a headache again, call me whether you don't say anything. Thank you. Oh, I wasn't even meant to play that 1 second, but you know, to hell with lists. Yes, as Eric mentioned, I'm in the Midlands in the UK. It's 11:20. Everyone's a snoozing. But don't worry, because I'm a night owl. This is like tea time to me. I'm going to play a tune called Fractures that's on the album, and I released a video for it actually, which was filmed just here on this sofa just behind me, by my own hand, which you'll be able to tell if you watch it. And yeah, I pretend to throw up in that video actually, so it's worth a watch just for that. You can see my good acting skills. Okay. I crumbled mountains under my feet. I took to the sky carelessly. When I got nowhere, I fell to my knees. Faced with face, I swear this isn't me. I've no idea this imposter could be, and there's no way of knowing, so carry on growing at least. Chase and laughter, pasting up the fractures, and I know I can't match up to her, so I'll be this for you if you want me to, and I'll love you endlessly. If you can pretend to love me. Left to go chase my dreams. I applauded louder than I screamed, and that's the way that it should be. Chasing laughter, pacing up the fractures, and I know I can't match up to her, so I'll be what you need, even if it kills me, and I'll love you endlessly. Thank you. The one thing I'm really looking forward to getting back to is my usual guitar, which I obviously mostly can't play in this little flat above Debbie. But I miss it. It's just behind me actually. In fact, this is here is a guitar that's covered in porn. Maybe I shouldn't show you that actually. It's covered in 60s porn. That's not my usual guitar, don't worry. I'll wheel that one out to just anybody, blimey, even though I was just about to. Sorry, I forgot what song was next. I looked and then I just didn't register it whatsoever. Okay, I've got two more for you. Also, I had a bath about an hour ago and I've got wet hair. It was a lovely bath, thank you for asking that. Anyway, this one's called TW. We're driving through the night to reach just southward fight, lost in headlights, blurry eyes. We'll celebrate your life, and I'll celebrate mine while I'm still alive. 'Cause first to see the sea, I saw it was me. No one disagrees, but no one believes me. We'll set your spirit free, trapped for years in a failing body. Now you're free. I remember you sat in the corner of the room, smiling as if you knew something no one else knew. We'll celebrate your life, and I'll celebrate mine. I'll celebrate mine while I'm still alive. I'm still alive. I'm still alive. Thank you. An eyelash fell in my eye, sorry. I just got one more for you. I just want to say thanks for watching wherever you are in the world. those guys that stayed up till this time in the UK. What the fuck? What have I done here? I've done something really weird. Oh, I know what I've done. I changed 2 different tunings. Easily fixed. Anyway, this song's called Creatures, and it's about the thoughts that haunt you at night when you are trying to get to sleep. Which for me happens all the time. Anyway, my name's Katie Malco. I just want to say thanks again for watching. Thank you for having me to the Portland sessions. This was fun. I hear creaks at night in crimson light. Feel the ground shake. Half asleep, half awake. I see creatures and my failures. Watch them crawl across every wall. Lose the battle and lose the war. I'm tired, I look under. There's no truth, glory of you. Lose the battle and lose the war. Lose the battle and lose the war. We're pretending every day, pretending we go places we act happy, but in the night our anger makes a monument between us. Lose the battle and lose the war. Lose the battle and lose the war. Thank you.
We got to get clap. I mean, it's the end of a set. We definitely need some clapping. I wish I mentioned this in pretty much every stream, but I really wish that YouTube and everything would put in some kind of audible sound when people would type in like the clap emoji in the chat, so that you would get some type of feedback for when you finish a song. Like I'm clapping in the background and people are putting in thumbs up and clap emojis, but it's hard to register that when you're staring at the screen and that's it.
Yeah, exactly.
That sounded amazing. Thank you so much for taking time to do this.
Thank you very much.
Everybody's looking out for your well-being and Debbie's relationship in the chat after that. So hopefully there's no banging on the floor there, and you get through the night just fine.
Yeah, I hope so. But she's a terrifying woman.
Well, it was a mellow set, so hopefully that she could sleep through that. And I loved watching the different comments kind of coming through. I mean, we have people, Eduardo coming from Beijing, and obviously here on the West Coast, and we have France. I mean, I love that we pretty much hit about every time zone that we could think of throughout this entire session. So
yeah, that
was awesome. I definitely want to echo Stephen and Jeremy and everybody that's mentioning that like this is just easily their favorite album of the year. So you can head right over to two different sites, katiemalco.bandcamp.com, to download, stream, order that way. Or if you are in the States, you can go to 6131records.com. Or I know Rough Trade has it. And then again, all your independent local record stores has the album. Mm-hmm. Sorry, we both just needed a sip of water at the exact same time. Mark says he's off to bed, so cheers to Mark for staying up. I'm assuming he's on your time zone, so he's a little tired.
Not even that late, Mark. Come on.
Oh, come on.
It's only 11. That's early.
It's only 3:30 in the afternoon for me, so I got an entire day ahead of me. But yeah, so head over to there to order the record, both of those spots. And I just personally definitely loved like cruising through all your various social medias and like your humor that comes across in all of your various posts, from the photography and your cats and who needs another acoustic cover of such and such. Like, I just love the humor that kind of comes across. So everybody definitely needs to head over and follow you on all your social media for the great music that you have coming out and the album and everything like that. But purely for the humor is also 100% worth it to hop over there and do that. I definitely do that.
For sure. Thanks.
Well, I'm so sure, and so everybody needs to do that. And Chris says that it's not that late, Mark. I love when there's friends and people that obviously know each other that are in the chat that are kind of giving each other a little bit of crap throughout that it's not late, you can stay up. But again, I want to thank everybody that's in the chat and watching. We're streaming on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. So thank you to everybody that kind of tuned in across all the different platforms. Failures, again, is out now, and you can go to those links I've mentioned now a couple times over there on Bandcamp and 6131 Records. And Katie, thanks for taking the time to do this. This was awesome.
No, thank you for having me.
I appreciate it. And again, I hope that Debbie's not too upset with you throughout this entire set. And I'm now going to awkwardly hit finish, and at some point we will disappear from being live. So everybody, thank you guys all for tuning in. If you're new to the Portland sessions, please consider subscribing to us. We have a lot of sessions coming up like this. And then make sure you also hop over to Katie's YouTube and subscribe as you have new video coming out, or the video that just came out. And I'm assuming maybe some more stuff coming in the pipeline, because you got a little bit of time on your hands. You got a new camera in to do some stuff with. So expect some great content around that. And with that, I'm going to let you and everybody go to bed. For Eduardo and people that are just waking up in Beijing, good morning. And we'll see you guys later.
Thank you.
Bye.